Hey YouTube, welcome back to my channel. My name is Dion. I call this the Crazy Troll Nation, and I call this chapstick. This is cotton candy, scented and flavored. I picked it at random. If you're new here, thank you for being here. This video, we're going to do our entire face. It doesn't quite make sense because it's like almost 10 o'clock at night, but we're here and this is what we're going to do. So you're going to get ready with me just to play makeup. And so all I have on now is just a Fenty brow pencil. We're going to use what I'm calling my new Xenon palette because I did swap out a few shades. And so this is what Xenon is looking like. I can say, I think I did a video showing what I switched and why. So we're just going to get into it because we have a whole lot to do. And so we're going to start with priming our face. We're going to use 2 pumps of the Milk Hydro Grip Primer, and y'all can see I changed my stuff around again, right? It's like, why do I keep moving stuff? And we're going to see what's going to pump out of the Fenty. I use shade 335. I need to hold it upright because I think it's almost done, because you see how it spits and then it comes out and then it doesn't want to come out. So I do know it is almost done. And so as I'm doing this, and if I'm still not done priming my eyelids, then I'll be doing my intro while we're doing that, the foundation primer and the eye primer. So I call this the Crazy Troll Nation of YouTube because the crazy just enjoying your channel, enjoying the videos you do, enjoying the channels that you watch on YouTube. The troll part is not caring too much about the beauty community standards. You set the standard for yourself. Try not to feel like as you're watching beauty related content that you need to use a certain brand or a certain tool or a certain technique, because that's what they're telling us. Wear whatever you want to, apply it however you want to get your makeup on in a way that you are satisfied with it. The bottom line is self-acceptance and self-love, embracing your natural features, enhancing them if you want to, when you want to, but never feeling like you have to. Wear whatever you want to wear and just rock it and know that you are the bomb, and know that you are the bomb and socially acceptable even when you don't have on face paint. Just love yourself, y'all. It is very freeing. What you feel about yourself and what you tell yourself about yourself, what you think about yourself, is far more important than what anybody else says or thinks. So please know that, love yourself. That's the message of this channel. Even though we do makeup, we talk about skincare, but we're more than that. What's going on in here? What's going on in here? Love yourself, y'all. So if you are new here, I need to let you know I do curse on my channel sometimes, because I curse sometimes, period. I know it's offensive to some people, so I do try to catch myself. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. So if it sounds like I said something, yeah, I did. And I also stammer sometimes. I stutter sometimes because I'm Russian. Well, actually I'm from New Jersey, but very bad joke. I'm not a comedian at all, as you can tell. And so, what was I saying? Where was I going with that? I don't even know. I do try, excuse me for smacking, I do try to catch myself. Sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. So if it sounds like I said something, chances are I did. If it sounds like I said something backwards or didn't make sense, I'm sure it didn't make sense. Sometimes I hiccup, my throat gurgles, belch, which is all unintentional, but my throat just wants to do what it wants to do. And so I do always excuse myself when that happens, because that's just freaking gross, even for a troll. So this is what the foundation is looking like. We have everything set out for later for the rest of our face, and depending on where we are for time, we may or may not cut that out. I do know that some of you enjoy seeing the entire process. I like showing the entire process. Some of you have told me you like longer videos. Some people don't like longer videos. I do always, not always, but I usually put timestamps below, so you can just jump to creating the eyeshadow look. You can just jump to the finished look and what my thoughts are if you want to. Of course, I would love for you to stay and just watch the whole thing, and thumbs up if you like the video, and if you're new here and you enjoy my channel, to subscribe if you're not already, because there are quite a few people that keep coming back that are not subscribed. Or sometimes, if you haven't watched in a while, YouTube has this wonderful thing of where they will unsubscribe you. And I've been wondering where, you know, where's so-and-so? I haven't seen videos from them. And I checked my subscription and YouTube had unsubscribed me. And I'm like, oh, okay, what the hell? But anyway, so all of those things I appreciate. Like, subscribe, share, join. There's a link if you want to see what that's about. And there's always a lot of information down below, a lot of links down below. Most are affiliated, some links are not. And I do that just to make it easy if I'm talking about something, or if something crosses your mind you want to check out, you know, you can just click on the link and go. But yeah, so that is it for the intro. So we're going to get into this eyeshadow look, and I have my paper here saying what shadows we're going to use, and they're on here along with because I also put what the shade names are, what the finishes are, and what her website described the shades as, and I made adjustments for the shades that we swapped out. So we're going to take Neve right now, and this is going to go on the inner portion of our lid, and hopefully all goes well. I tried to make it a point to excuse me. I tried to make it a point to make sure I'm mixing the shades I swapped out and the shades that are original to this palette. And I am calling this, I think I said it, my new Xenon palette, because we did swap out some shadows. And I think we swapped out only 4 shades. And it made it more, I don't want to say more suitable for me, but it gave me the depth that I wanted, because I did have versatility in this palette. And you can look at my Natasha Denona Xenon playlist where I did 5 looks, and all 5 looks were different. And I know people were saying, you're only going to get 2 looks out of this palette. You can get more. Just have to do new things. And I tried a lot of new things, and some of the looks were like, she tried it. And then some were like, yeah, this is nice. And so I did that just to show you and encourage you to come out of your comfort zone and try new things and experiment with makeup, which is something I do quite often. That's why some of my looks are like, And then sometimes I do something and I'm like, oh, wow, that turned out really nice. And then I get all excited because I try something new and it doesn't look busted. Because sometimes it does. And I own it. I try to fix it. Sometimes it can be fixed, and then sometimes it's like, we ain't going to be fixed. So now we're going to take Skift, which is this shade here, and that's going to go next to this one. When I work with shimmers primarily, or if they're flaky shimmers, I tend to do inside out, light to dark, because I want these shadows to stick directly to the primer. And if I do outward in, dark to light, and I'm laying down mattes first, the shadow is going to try to stick to the shadow already on my lid versus to the primer. And so that's why you'll see me switching up which direction I go in and which shades I place where. This shadow is very creamy and is moving in the pan, but it's not really wanting to pick up. So I may switch to the sponge tip applicator. So as I'm swiping with the brush, it's just creating like a little wave in here. And I have used this before and it does show up. Some of the shades in here are more topper-esque type shades, but at the same time, they do show up on me. But I think I need to go to a sponge tip with this. Now imagine me trying to put this over top of another shadow or overlap it with another shadow. Like this, it would not work. So we're going to switch to, move my stuff around again. So we're going to take a sponge tip applicator, and this shadow is creamy, but it's dense at the same time. And we're actually going to come over here and put this here first, so you can see how it is showing up more with the sponge tip. I am not tapping off. I'm putting it on, putting the chunk on, and then smearing it. I don't think I've put these two next to each other before. And I was curious to see how this one would show up next to that one. And so you see in the way it blends in, because it's blending into my complexion, whereas that first shade, because it is sort of a white, and that shade is described as sparkling peony. No, wait, sparkling metallic peony pink is what this shade is described as. That's interesting because it is looking white. So we're putting the chunk on and smearing it, but because this is close to my complexion, it is just showing up as shine. And again, that's this shade here. So if you look at this and look at my skin, it's my complexion, just a whole lot shinier. So that's why it's looking like this, and I'm okay with this. I don't always go for the high shine shimmer wet look because I like dark smoky and all of that, but then sometimes I just want to do something different, or I want to show you something different, and when it comes out nice, I'm like, okay. Now would I do it again? I don't know, but for the purposes of when I'm doing it, you know, I do like it. I hope that made sense. Sort of like when you go to a friend's house and they fix something that you're not fond of, but you can tolerate it, and so you eat it, but you know if you weren't there, you would not have eaten that dish. I'm laughing because I don't even know if that's a good illustration or a good analogy. But so yeah, so just doing stuff just to do something different that I normally wouldn't do, and I don't know if I would do again. This looks like it's chunky, like right here. Oh, this looks textured. That's what it looks like. This side not so much, but this side I'm seeing like a lot of texture, and my lids don't normally look textured. We're going to just take this brush and just lightly sweep away. Something told me, well, no, I had an inkling to like finish my entire face, because then if I did have fallout, it would just brush away easier versus the foundation being just a little bit moist still. So now we're going to take Jazzy, and that's not what it is. Yes, it is. This is Jazzy. I think it's from Retro Glam. And we're going to take this and put this on our outer lid. And this is a creamy matte or a cream to powder. And so we're going to, ooh, I forgot how deep this was. Oh, shoot. All right, let's buff this right here. Okay, buff this out. Okay. That surprised me. This is my first time using this palette with these shades in here, so I really was like, I don't know what it's going to look like. This eye feels like it's starting to tear, which means something probably got in there. Probably one of them flakes from that center shade. So we're just bringing this over up here. This is nice. It looks familiar to something else that I've done. And I don't like to intentionally create looks that look like other looks I've done because I'm trying to do something different, but then it comes out not looking different. So I don't know what to say about that, except we are going to finish this look and we're going to see what it looks like. I'm going to try a new lip combo that I'm actually excited about. I don't know if I said today is December 21st. Yesterday, December 20th, I did a live of a haul, troll mail, PR. And so I am going to be doing videos with the new stuff because I very seldom do just like try on videos where we're trying on new stuff. And so I'm excited to do that. And so one of the things I'm trying today is from that live. And so I was thinking maybe I shouldn't, but I'm just really curious about it. And part of me is thinking I'm going to end up wanting a black look because every look I've done with this palette, I've wanted to do a black look. To me, it just screams do a black look. Why are my eyes looking red? You know what? I just realized that I didn't even put the color on my lower lash line. I usually do that ahead of time. So in case my eyes do tear, it'll be tearing less by the time I start the video. But this is Sephora Collection number 14, Shimmer Khaki Green. I meant to do this before. But then maybe not, since we're doing like the whole entire get ready with me. So you're seeing my entire process. I changed, along with changing stuff back here. So the stuff that was on this wall is now behind the screen on that wall. And that picture was behind there. It's a beautiful picture. A close friend of mine, one of my chosen family sisters, gave me that picture. And I always wanted it to be where I can see it. I never showed it because it's behind glass. And so I can't take a picture for you to see everything in the picture without there being a lot of glares, because there is some printed words in the picture, on the picture, but it is very lovely. So I wanted to make sure it was somewhere where I would see it, like every time I walk by. And so that's actually a perfect place, because even sitting here, you know, when I look up, I can see it. And then of course, every time I walk by, I can see it. For our inner rims, we're going to use Prime Cosmetics. I never know if it's blue or black until I open it. One of my pet peeves with this. And this one happens to be blue, but we're going to put this on our inner rims, our lower. Why am I having trouble with this? It's feeling dry. I don't remember. Maybe I wasn't on my lash line. Maybe I was on my lashes. I don't remember this feeling this way before. So that's on the lower. Now we're going to put it on the upper inner rim, the upper waterline. I need to text my little sis. She had asked me about how I say waterline. So every time I say it, I think about her. But I need to text her, message her or something, and just check on her. See how her and that part of the family, that side of the family is doing. And I have intentions, you know, text this person, text that person, message, reach out, and then something happens, and it's just like, you know, another week went by, and it's just like, damn. Now we're going to take Are We Really? Because this is one of the shades that we took out. Palladian. Where is Palladian in the palette? Is it hiding from me? Wait a minute. Okay, wait. Why am I not seeing it? I sat here and looked at the palette to figure out what shades to use. Oh, you know why? It is one of the shades I took out. Contrail used to be here. This is Palladian. I think it's from Retro Glam. I'm not sure. Oh, I just grazed my eyeball. So this eye is definitely going to start tearing. So we're going to put this here. We're going to bring it down some because it's going to end up down anyway, because once my eyes tear, it's going to cause the shadow to migrate. And so we're going to do the best we can. There's just certain things when I do makeup that I just know is going to happen, because it usually does happen, and it's okay. It's just makeup. And so this is a nice shade. I don't know if it's a satin. It's feeling like a satin. It's not metallic because it's not shiny, but it's also not a matte either. And it does have a shine to it, but not a metallic shine. So that's going to go there. I'm going to put that brush down. We're going to take a clean one, and now we're going to take Oz. Wait a minute. Yeah, this is from Retro Glam also. And that's going to go on the second half of our lower lash line. So that's going to come over here. I do have a green pulled out for our upper lash line. Did I say that for here? This is outer lower lash line. I did say upper lash line, didn't I? I have a feeling that I did. But I pulled out a green liner for our upper lash line just to add more color to the look, because I had a feeling it was going to be like a monochromatic, and y'all know I got to add some color. If you've been here, you already know. And so I am liking this look. I'm liking how the lower lash line is looking. I like this look. Oh, and that is it for the palette. So what we're going to do, no, it's not. I have a shade to put for my brow arch, but I think it's going to be too dark. And what we were going to put there is Snirt, which is this shade. But that might be too dark. Yeah, this one. We're going to do it. We're going to go lightly. This is a Sigma brush that Grace has sent to me in friend mail. So I'm just going to tap. I'm just going to tap. We're not going to do windshield wiper motions. So if you can see the difference between this and that. Very slight, but you can see a color difference between my bare skin under the primer and us just tapping that shadow there. So the key for me with shades that can go darker than I want for this area is to just tap in lightly with the brush, tap off, and using a tapered brush, just tap it right underneath my brow. And then maybe, you know, do this thing over here since I didn't wing out my shadow, which I've been trying to get in the habit of doing lately, but then sometimes I forget, like this time I forgot. And so you see how this is not as light as it was from just my complexion under the Fenty eyeshadow primer. So we're just putting a little bit more. I'm going to tap in one time, tap off, and just tap right there. I really like this, y'all. Like, what is happening to me? Okay, that's really it for the palette. What we're going to do now is we're going to work on the face. So you're going to hear a clink. So I'm going to put away the eyeshadow brushes that we just used. We're going to use 2 Haus Labs bronzers, one as a bronzer, one as a blush. We're going to take medium level 7 because this shows up more as a bronzer on me than deep level 9. So we're going to take this and we are going to put this on this area right here. These bronzers surprised me in how they showed up, how deep level 9 is rosy, even though this one says it's rosy. This is medium level 7. But they are very pretty though. And I did second guess, well, third guess, actually, like if I should return medium level, well, no, deep level 9. And I said, I'll keep it because I'll use it like how I'm going to use it now, which is sometimes how I use the Pat McGrath bronzers. I use one as a bronzer and one as a blush, even though I do have 2 Pat blushes, and even though I do have 5 Haus Labs blushes. So just to keep it simple, and I didn't want a lot of color on my face because of the eye look. And I'm not sure yet still what we're going to do with our lip. So we're going to put that down. Now we're going to take deep level 9, which is this one. And we're going to use this as a blush. And so we're just tapping in and we're going to tap here. So you see how this is like rosy. So it kind of trips me out. So it is nice though, because these have a long peel way. Well, even the Pat I think is, I want to say 18 months. Yeah, Pat's blushes and bronzers are 18 months. And the Haus Labs is 24 months. And so I am sure to get a lot of use out of them. Will I hit pan? Probably not, and that's okay. And now we're going to take the Haus Labs highlighter. This is Golden Pyrite. We're going to take this. We're going to put this on. And we're just going to put that just right here. That's all. Just right here. Excuse me if you heard that gurgle in my throat. So that's there. I'm going to put that brush away. You know what? I didn't even set my face. And I just realized it because we have this brush sitting here. So what we're going to do, we are going to take Radiant Light from Hourglass. And we're going to use this to put under eye. It does help camouflage my under eye discoloration a little bit because it does add radiance to my face. And I like that it does just do a little bit because I don't want to blank out my under eye discoloration, because if it's blanked out, then it doesn't look natural because I do have under eye discoloration. And also I don't highlight under here either, under my eye, because it just never looks right on me. So that is that. We're going to put that brush away. Now we're going to spray with the, is that everything for the face? We're going to spray with the Scandinavia spray. And this adds a radiance as well. Look at that. I mean, it's going to dry down, but it's still going to be like a slight glow to it. Oof, child. So now we're going to take our Melt Cosmetics gel eyeliner, and this is Fortune. I should use the Melt brush. I have the brush I'm using. I can get a thinner line than I usually can get if I make sure just use the tip of the brush. And this is green, but it doesn't always show up green. Sometimes it just shows up as a dark shade. So if I just do just this, it does give me a thin line. Where I run into trouble is when the bristles like jump over a hair follicle, because then it makes the line not look straight. Oh, I did good. Now watch the other one be really janky. This brush is so thick, and it's not supposed to be, but so we're going to start. We're going to start in the middle because I feel like it's too much on the brush, and if I start inside, it's going to be a thick line. And so I'm trying very hard to just use the tip of the brush. And it looks like it's some missing like right here. And I'm concerned if I keep going back over it, it's going to make it look thicker. So I can get a thin line with it, but I have to be very careful in the consistency, the color is not looking uniform right here. There was a very thin patch. I think that looks better. There's a cluster of lashes right here that I have trouble getting behind. And that's what makes the line end up thicker because I'm trying to get onto the lash line. I think we did good though with doing a thin liner. Over here, it doesn't matter much, like how thin it is. It's just going across my mobile lid because if the line is too thick, you won't even see my lid shades. On my mobile lid, you'll just see the liner. Ooh, that wing came out nice too. Maybe I should do all my videos line something at night because this look is coming out nice. The liner came out nice. The wing came out nice. And I didn't do that accidental swoosh thing that I usually do. I'm really digging this look. I really enjoy using non-traditional eyeliner colors for my upper lash line. Because to me, it just adds something to the look without it being obnoxious. I like this side better, it's thicker, but I don't want to keep messing around with this side because my concern is that it will end up being a swoosh. So we're just going to leave it. Sometimes, Auntie, you just need to stop. That's what my niece told me once, and I said, you know what, you're right. So the only thing, oh, mascara and then the lip. Oh my gosh, y'all. We are doing so good for time. When I have more space, I can just keep it moving, especially when everything is pulled out, and that just excites me. Lancome Sills Boost mascara base. I keep wondering if this is almost empty because sometimes it comes out white, sometimes it doesn't. And even when it doesn't come out white, I can still feel the wetness of it on my lashes, which tells me, okay, it is there, but you don't see it. I want the MAC one, but I'm not going to get the MAC white one because they're only selling a certain number. And if I get it and like it, I won't be able to repurchase it. And so I'm not going to get it. And I didn't pay attention to, or I didn't think about that when they had Cobalt, Violet, and Squirt. And I really like Squirt, the green one, but they only were selling a limited amount, and now I can't buy them. So I'm just like, what was the point? You know, just have that fun with it for those 9 months. And then this is the hella thick Fenty mascara. And so when I thought about it, I'm like, I'm not going to buy the white one even though I want it, because it's not going to be something I can keep getting. I know there are other brands. Oh, what was the brand? Came out with different color mascaras. I want to say Martine Cosmetics, but I'm not sure. But the thing with that is if it irritates my lids, I'm not able to return it. And so that deters me from trying it. Whereas MAC mascaras, I know they don't irritate my lids. Not to say that the white one wouldn't, because whatever ingredient it is that makes it white. But historically, I haven't had problems with MAC's mascaras, and so I am likely to try different ones from MAC. But from a brand that I've never tried a mascara from, I'm hesitant. Even Dark Star, the Pat McGrath mascaras, it irritated my eyes. And so even though they have all the funky colors, funky meaning good, I don't buy any of them because my eyes don't like that formula. And so That's why I don't have those. So we're gonna wipe off some chapstick. I do want to try this lip combo, but I do actually really want to do a black lip too. But we're going to try this combo. We're going to use this lip liner from NYX, and this is Suede Matte Lip Liner. And so we're going to put this on. This is going to be a brown lip, I think. I'm trying a new lipstick from MAC. That is my skin tone. I swatched it over here on my cheek, and it was like, where is it? Like, it was actually my skin tone. It was crazy. And so I thought, and actually, I said in a live, it looked like Cookie Jar. This gloss, that cream gloss bomb that Grace sent me. And I don't like Cookie Jar on its own because it does look like my complexion. It's just a little more bold. But I lined my lips. I think it might have been with this lip pencil, I think. And I filled my lips in. And I put Cookie Jar on top. And it was very pretty. So I had the idea when I did the live. Line my lips. Fill them in. Put on the lipstick. And put Cookie Jar on top. So that's what we're going to do. And I do think it'll be interesting either way. We'll just say that. I don't know if I'm going to like it for me to do it again. But I kind of think I will because I liked how Cookie Jar looked over this lip liner. Doing what I'm doing now. Putting it on. Filling in my lips. And I put Cookie Jar on top. And I like that. So I do think I'm going to like this combination. And I normally don't do all the things. Lip liner, lipstick, lip gloss. I rebelled against it back in the day. Because MAC was good for that. Put on this lip liner, put on this lipstick, then you need to put on this gloss. And I'm like, look, you ain't selling me 3 products just to do my lip. And so I didn't do it for a long time. And I just recently started using lip liners again. Because I'm just like, why does it need to be all of that? And because I tend to wear liquid lipsticks, I don't need to do all of that. So that is that. So I'm going to show you the lip. Oh, my lip. Oh, my leg is cramping up. This is Quest. And this is from Lethal. This came in the large, one of the large mystery bags. And this is Cookie Jar. So you see how they kind of look the same. When I swatched, I'm telling you, you couldn't see it on my skin. Like, you could barely see it on my skin. Excuse me. So, I was going to say, did I spray my face? Yeah, I did. So we're gonna... I should have just lined my lips. Because this... this is not a color for me. I may line my lips again. This is not a color. When I first opened it, I was like, who the hell is this for? But you know what? This is somebody's perfect nude. And for me, this would be like the perfect nude. But I very seldom do a nude lip unless I'm doing a certain look. Or somebody requests, you know, such and such look with a nude lip. It's not ugly though. It's not. I'm going to line my lips some more. I just need more color. And I don't know if this will even help because, yeah, it is. Just to have some definition. Oh, that's nice. And it's hard for me, challenging for me, to line my lips after I put lipstick on. Because the pencil wants to go skirt, skirt. Because my lips are slippery from the lipstick. So I need to stop talking so much so I don't mess up. This I like. Would I do it on a regular basis? Then we're going to say Cookie Jar. I'm excited because I was like, we're going to try it. So right now, I only put in Cookie Jar right here. And it doesn't look right just in the middle because this is too light for me. We're going inside the lip line over top of the lipstick. I don't want to cover the lip line because I want to keep that color differentiation, that gradient. I like this. Okay. Yes, I still want a black lip, but you know what? This is still kind of a colorful lip. Even though it's not my preferred black lip, it's not like a straight neutral lip. I'm going to do this. This is this shade. Actually, I'm going to swatch it twice because it does have some of that lip liner on it, as you can see. So we're going to get the lip liner off of the sides of it. And then we're going to swatch it. So we're going to swatch this shade. You see that? Now look at this against my face. It's just like, what? And then we're going to swatch Cookie Jar. I like this combo. I really do. So then we're going to swatch Cookie Jar. This is what Cookie Jar looks like. And so as you see, you know, that blends in with my complexion too. It shows up, not this bold on my lips though. It just shows up like a deeper version of this. Let me see, wait a minute. How come before it wasn't looking like that? We're gonna swatch this up here. Yeah, so it does look like that. But when I put it on my lips and you blend it out, which is what I'm doing now. So this is more realistic to what it would look like on my lips. And so you see, well, it does still look like that, but not as blended. But this is how it would look on my lips. And so you see how it's not far off from that lipstick. So this is the lipstick and this is Cookie Jar blended out, which is how, as I keep saying, it looks on my lips. So you see how it's like the same shade. This is just a tad deeper and it's shimmery. So yeah, now I need to get that off before I mess up something. So we have done everything. We've done a full face, including eyeliner, lip liner, lipstick, lip gloss. We did every single thing. And I'm just like, did we really? We did, except brows. So let me know what you think of this look. Let me know if this is something you would do. And I feel like I just did a gold look not too long ago. And actually, I think it might have been a few days ago. I don't know. But this is what we have. I'm really digging it. Let me know what you're thinking of my quote-unquote new Xenon palette. And swapping out some of the shades. There were 4 shades we swapped. 1, 2... No. Wait a minute. Was Flurry... I don't want to lie to you. Blizzard. Definitely 1, 2, 3. Where was the 4th shade that we swatched? Oh yeah, it was that one. Excuse me for smacking. So the shades we swapped from Retro Glam was 1, 2, 3, and 4. And we did use actual shades from the original Xenon palette for this look. And I am really liking how this turns out. I have forgotten how Skift works. And so it is more of a topper. Skift is the one here where we had to go in. We didn't have to, but we went in with a sponge tip applicator. And it did add texture because I was putting on the chunk and smearing it, and in some places it didn't really want to smear. So if you have this palette, just know that some of these shades will give you texture, will give you the appearance of texture on your lids if that's something that bothers you. So that'll be it for this video. Let me know what you think of the eye look. Let me know what you think of the green liner up top, the green underneath, all the stuff that we did with the lip, the cheek situation, all of that. I'm digging it. I love it. Thank you for being here for this journey with me, this experiment. And you will see me in the next video. As always, self-acceptance and a crooked shirt. Excuse me if you heard that in my throat. As always, I need one of those movie things. Take 2. As always, that would have been 3. Now this one before. As always, self-acceptance, self-love. That is the crazy Troll Nation way. Thank you, and you will definitely see me soon. And let me know what you're thinking of the change back here. I'm kind of digging it right now. I'm digging it. Except I gotta remember to look at you and not look at me, because then it looks like I'm looking over there. So, but yeah, we're really gonna go. Thank you. Let me know your thoughts, and let me know if you would do a look like this, particularly even with the greens. Yeah, you'll see me soon. Thank you.